how comparable is this to STRC? Because we understand that product. We had Michael on the podcast. He described it in detail. When I looked at the filings and I got kind of a LLM summary, it seems like it's basically the same thing, except that part of the yields at least gets generated from staking plus any kind of DeFi magic on top of that.
Yeah. The staking element is important. Does Tom Lee sell the staking yield to fund part of the dividend is a question mark, because you're not supposed to sell. And this is the other thing that
that's the same thing with STRC, aside from like, you know, does Michael sell his acquired Bitcoin, or does he? Yeah,
right, but he seems to be hammering MSTR at the ATM in order to pay for the dividend sooner than
and Tom has that option, and then he just also has the additional option of the 3% yield, which he could also pull.
Yeah, but like whether he sells Ether staking yield or not is important in my mind. And the other reason, like, why I wasn't totally convinced that Tom Lee was going to do this was because he said we're going to hit 5% and we're done. You know, the alchemy of 5%. I think. Now I will re-rate the chances of this happening, which is I think Tom Lee needs to blow past 5%.
Okay.
He needs to not stop. He has to, if he's going to do the strategy playbook, he has to do the strategy playbook, which means like stop capping yourself. They earlier said that they are going to slow down their ETH buys as they approach 5%. I think they need to not do that. I think they need to go like 15%. I think they need to just
15%?
As much as possible. That's the whole deal.
He's at 4.6% right now. He did this in 11 months from zero. Insane. At this rate, he would have 15% in 2 more years.
Yeah.
I mean,
if the ETH price goes down even more, it can go even